Good morning, everyone. I'm back with my Senate today, and today is June 19th, 2022, and it's a Sunday, and it's Father's Day in 2022, and it's also June 19th, which I celebrate as Freedom Day, and it's an important day to celebrate. So I actually have a fragrance that I picked out today that I saw way back in February. Follow along with me. This year I started to want to explore niche fragrances, but niche I mean small independent fragrance houses, mostly in North America. So I went and got Happy Land by E.J. Wells. I got some of his samples. I got some Gallagher samples. I bought them and wore some of them. And back in February I was watching. I think it was Glenn, Mr. Cologne 76. I think it was him. And I was watching this video. I think it was on YouTube, and I was in the comments, and he was mentioning some small black-owned fragrance companies. And I was listening to them, and they went through all the fragrances, and I was taking notes. I actually have a notepad upstairs where I wrote down different notes and put stars by the ones that may intrigue me by the notes. And two of them I thought for the summer. One was, I think it's called Sensational by Kirk Elliott. And actually my friend Tammy loves fragrances. I think she wore that yesterday. And then the one I got is called Ovation for Men. And it's by Shawn Crenshaw. And after I saw the video by Glenn, Mr. Cologne 76, I went and looked at the notes and all that. And I remember watching some videos. I think on this one, I think Carlos may have made a last video, or one of his last videos may have been about this. Carlos, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, I think. But I like the notes on it. Let me just say that. I bought this because of the notes. I bought it because it's independent. I want to help independent, business fragrance owners. And that's one reason. I also bought it for the notes because I'm a fragrance lover. And this has Aqua notes, and then I think it has Sicilian lemon. And then in the middle it has Indonesian Patchouli and Cashmere wood. And then on the bottom it has Calabrian Bergamot. So it's 5 notes on there. And it's got, it's a citrusy, watery, woodsy, but that Cashmere is like Cashmere wood says, and the Patchouli. And the perfume guy, Sebastian Jara, he always talks about patchouli as being different things. And sometimes he mentions patchouli being like chocolate cake type. And that's what he mentions to him. Some patchoulis are like that. That's what this is to me. This is like the citruses with a chocolate cake type, a citrus icing on a top chocolate cake. Really nice. It blends real well. And I'm really glad I got this. When Miss Fritz smelled it on paper, she gave it an 8 right away, and she likes it on my skin even better. So that's the reason I'm wearing this. It's called Ovation for Men, and the box says something really nice. It says, "Every man deserves an ovation." And I think there's a video. There's a video for this called Timeless, and it's very good to watch that too. Some of you may know I try to live my life one day at a time, and it talks about that, Timeless. And so it's a really good video. I think it's by the company saying it, and it's called Timeless. And you may want to watch that. And this next part, that was for my grandkids and the fragrance people, but this next part's for my grandkids, if you don't want to stay. And this has to do with Freedom Day, as I call it. I'm a grandpa, and I just want my grandkids to know what I think about June 19th and why I'm celebrating it, and why I think it's important that we celebrate what's called Freedom Day also. And you all know that I said it last week. On my birthday was this week. It was Flag Day, and my brother's birthday, your Uncle Walt, your great Uncle Walt. His birthday was Independence Day, and I try to remember or learn that yes, I'm patriotic, and yes, I celebrate those American holidays just like everybody else. And I'm really glad we have a Flag Day, and I'm glad we had a flag that represents all the states and stars and all that. And I'm glad we celebrate Independence Day. which is our independence from a king that was a tyrant over us, and a country of England, and we became an independent nation. That's great. All of that's great, and you should celebrate that. But but Freedom Day is also important. June 19th is very important. It's the last state that actually that actually freed people, men and women, in the Civil War, and let them know that they're no longer slaves. And until that happened, we couldn't be a free country. We couldn't live up to our ideals of liberty and justice for all. Our Declaration of Independence, our Bill of Rights, it talks about that. And until all men and women were free in this country, we really couldn't be the America we were supposed to be. And we have a lot of work to go on that. And I don't want to get political or anything, but I do want to know that that each generation progresses us more, and that's really important. And but not to blame past generations, because what people did in the past, they did in the past. And it doesn't really matter what people did in the past. It's what you'll do in the future, what you and the people living in your time will do in the future, because that's how the world's meant to be. The world is meant to progress. We as human beings are meant to get better. And as Abraham Lincoln said, we should rely on the better nature of our angels, so that we're not a house divided. And I hope that you learn from that. And you may get from other uncles and other grandpas and other people may disagree with Pop, and you may disagree with me, and that's fine. But I wanted you to know what I think about Juneteenth, as people call it. I don't call it that, but I do think it's a very important holiday, and I think you should celebrate it. If you should believe that freedom is precious for every human being, and God created each human being as a unique individual, and you should see each human being as a creation of God and a unique individual. And I know you do. I know you're being taught to do that. So with that, pray for peace, and be kind. And just like what I say on be kind, that starts with peace starts with each one of us being kind. Well, that's how change happens in the world too. Each one of us does a little small change, and usually that change is within ourselves. Pop has done many things wrong, more things wrong than right. But I at least try to recognize what I do wrong and try to change, and try to want to change. So hopefully, you'll do the same. I know you will. So talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.